He's going ghost.
I'm going ghost mode.
But there has, yeah, the Danny Phantom Christmas special foresaw by Bing Crosby in the 60s.
I mean, I guess some people could view the Dickens Christmas Carol as scary if they're like, oh, it's what if he stops being greedy? What if he loses sight of good margins in his business practices? Could be a little spooky.
I think that's pretty scary, actually.
Yeah, I know. I think Bezos and Zuckerberg they're probably very frightened of that story.
You know what else is scary? Scary. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that. Are we live yet?
Yeah, we're live, so you can.
We're live.
Speak freely, because none of us actually ever think anything controversial. That's not real. That's not us. That's not our style. It'd be kind of cool if anyone that has a certain net worth, like over, like say $3 billion, citizens get to enter a lottery to like be one of like 3 ghosts of Christmas that just like give them shit. I feel like that should be the cost of being a billionaire. Is like, well, people are gonna give you some like trouble around Christmas. You have to do the 3 ghosts thing to keep your feet on the ground.
And yeah, somehow we have to like keep that information that's happening away from people who make over that amount of money.
Yeah, we have to be like, hey, everyone, psst, don't tell the billionaires, but we're gonna do this like Christmas ghost lottery where we get to totally punk them Christmas Eve.
I don't want to do this, but I think we're gonna have to dump the Quaaludes.
What happened to Ashton Kutcher? Did he just like get too old to be funny? What happened? He was never funny.
What? You think Ashton Kutcher was never funny? He was jumping out and scaring people. Like, I wasn't a huge Ashton Kutcher fan, but I don't think I would have the audacity to be like, Ashton Kutcher, you were never funny. What is that, like the Ghost of Christmas Past?
I remember.
Like, no, I was, I swear. It's like, you weren't. No one actually laughed. They were just being nice.
No, I remember watching that 70s show, and he was so stupid so many times. I'm like, no, this isn't an act. I think he's actually this stupid.
Maybe he's just a really good actor. I think he was funny, though. You heard all the people, like that 70s show is a perfect example. You heard everybody laughing, right?
Canned laughter.
What?
Laughter, 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 laughter.
No, I heard all the people laughing. That's how I knew it was funny. That was my cue to also laugh and think it was funny.
Yeah, I'm sure you also thought Big Bang Theory was funny then. You thought that shit was hilarious, didn't you?
Big what was funny? I'm sorry, you're roboting. I can't hear a single thing you're saying. What?
Bazinga.
Bazinga.
Bazinga bot. I need a Bazinga soundbite for my soundboard.
You really do.
Actually. I need to start writing these down.
Hazen's Christmas list. A Bazinga sound effect on my soundboard.
I'm like sitting on Santa's lap in the fucking mall. What do you want, little boy? I want a Bazinga sound. You know, Big Bang Theory Santa, like the guy from that, the like really autistic guy who's like totally like socially inept, even more so than the other 3. He says Bazinga in the show. I don't really like the show, but I think that it's a funny soundbite. I want to have you bring me that in like physical form.
In this scene, I want the camera to be cut in between you, just like chilling, sitting on his lap, just like telling, straightforwardly what you want, and then the camera just keeps on hard cutting to Santa's face, getting more and more of like his twisted grimace of like, what the fuck am I hearing?
You know that meme of that guy who's like in the stands, like it's not clear what he's doing from the picture, but he's like, the meme is always that he's like explaining something, trying to yell over like the sounds of the game to some woman. He's like, so in Zenless Zone Zero, this is what actually happens. It's not like other gacha game. The woman's just sitting there like trying to pay attention to the game.
Yeah, you can tell like the woman, that meme is so perfect because the body language is iconic. And like her lips are like pressed together so hard. Like she's like, if I hold my arms in tight and press my lips together, none of this information will enter and I can enjoy the game. I just have to like squeeze every orifice of my body as tight as I can to keep this man's influence as far away from penetrating anything as possible.
I don't want anything from him besides me, including his work.
You could tell if she could like flex her ears closed, she would be doing it. That's what I want for Christmas, is the ability to flex my ears closed. Santa, please.
Fucking Steve Urkel ass shit.
I'd be curious what people out there want for Christmas. If you guys want something for Christmas, I don't know, sound off in the comments. Let us know what you really would like. You don't even, maybe normally you'd be embarrassed to ask Santa for this, but you know, we're not judging here.
Ask Santa Dave, and he will ignore it and keep drawing.
This is a judgment-free zone, unless you're Midwest Fur Fest with like 3 shits and counting on the floors. Aside from furry conventions, judgment-free zone. That was hilarious, by the way.
Yeah, what was did some people in here go to the furry convention that was happening in America this week or last week?
Like,
when was it? Last week?
It was just this weekend, so people are probably flying home right now. We used to go to it. That was one of our regulars, but then we just like stopped, and now I'm hearing things that sound vaguely hilarious, and it makes me chuckle a little bit. They were making.
I hope they showered based on some of the things that I heard.
You know they're not.
They were making like memes like it was 9/11 or something. Like, you know, the guy whispering in Bush's ear, it's like, "Sir, a second plane has hit, a second dookie has hit the convention."
A second boogie has hit the boo. I couldn't believe that. Like, it's always furry conventions. I have heard people say, like, when I have like talked about this, I've heard people say that, oh, well, that also have, you know, there's also bad things that happen at anime conventions. Like, okay, yeah, no one's saying, of course, dipshit, no one's saying that's not happening. But you know what has never happened at a fucking anime convention? No one has ever filled an adult diaper and thrown it like a fucking hand grenade, like a pipe bomb, out of like a 4th floor window onto a parked car. They don't own.
I also, to my knowledge, I don't think any anime convention has ever had to, after the event, make a public statement at the demand of the venue, being like, "Listen, everybody, please stop pooping in trash cans. Please stop putting your poop in like the hotel room. Please stop like there's so many problems with poop, and the hotel is forcing us. We will never be allowed to have this event again unless we do what the hotel says and make a public statement condemning all of these various things." That it's like, I've never heard of an anime convention having to do that. Maybe I'm just out of the loop.
No, they're saying anime fans have a slightly higher standard than furries.
I feel like we're in a race to the bottom, and the furries might be in the lead a little bit here.
Somewhat, probably, yeah. I don't know how.
The outsider is saying a sticker cutter machine would be nice.
Sticker cutter machine.
Sticker cutter machine for what?
I gotta tell you though, those blades will, for Christmas, those blades will go dull and then it gets kind of edgy. So, but you can do it. I think what was the name of that one at Walmart?
They had a Walmart sticker cutter machine?
Yeah, it starts with a C.
The Chop sticker machine.
No.
Starts with the Chi, the China-matic.
The China-matic.
Because that's where it's coming from if it's in Walmart.
You're so mean.
I just know how business operates. I'm just a realist.
Oh, I know you do.
Until those Christmas ghosts get to me, I can talk like this as much as I want.
Ooh, Dave, they invaded Cambodia. Don't buy it.
Oh no.
Alright, Dave.
Yeah.
When is the next Prelude updating?
Let me check my planner. It is an update Saturday, actually for Prelude this Saturday, the 13th. We are going to be updating a fresh new Prelude.
Okay.
Then we're off the 20th. The 27th, I'm going to post a little update on Ascension progress, skip a Saturday, and then there's going to be a Volume 6 sneak peek Saturday after that. So I have it all planned out. Although there's going to be obviously there's going to be an extra Prelude update in December because we got the Christmas special in the works as well.
We'll get ready to sneak a peek, you freak.
Jingle bells, jingle bells. I'm starting to feel Christmassy. I'm actually pleased that there's a lot of snow outside right now. The last 4 years, we have had brown and green Christmases in Michigan, and I remember growing up with just tons of snow, and I was like, what's the deal? Where's my winter wonderland? Well, now we've got a winter.
What's the deal with my snow?
Yeah. What's the deal with brown winters? I don't get it. They never sing about "I'm dreaming of a brown winter" on the old songs.
Now it's all snowy and beautiful.
Isn't it like a record cold there now or something? Like, isn't like the north part or even like some of the other parts of the U.S. are like really cold?
I haven't heard anything.
Compared to what they normally are. Is that right?
I know it feels cold outside because I still like to go and like chill on the porch and read a little bit in the mornings. Even if it's cold, I'll just be out there maybe not quite as long, but it's I can attest, my personal barometer says it is indeed chilly out.
Whoa.
I like the snow though. I think it's just because growing up in it, we would play outside in the snow a lot. The best was shoveling the driveway one year where there was like an extra large amount of snow. We were on the other side of Michigan, so we had lots of, they call it lake effect snow. And big heap on the side of the driveway from all the snow we shoveled. And so me and my brothers were like, you know what would be cool? Let's burrow into this like we're some sort of strange winter scavengers. And we just like made little Eskimo tunnels in there, and I had like a little hangout area in this giant mound of snow by the side of the driveway. But even better than that was parking lots. Like there was a little bank on the corner down the street from us. And so they had a parking lot, and they would have like, snow plow trucks come in, and they would plow all the snow up. So you would get like these huge, like terraced, like towering mountains of snow there. And me and my brothers would just go there and like try to climb to the top and hurl each other off as hard as we could. It was awesome.
Yeah, Dave, why are your parents letting you play in parking lots?
It was a winter wonderland. It was a giant mountain of snow, and there could be only one person at the top. The whole goal was scramble to the top, don't let anyone else on the top, and then once they throw you down, careening into like snow, then you climb to the top and try to throw them down. It was so much fun.
Yeah, haven't you ever played Halo before, Liz? King of the Hill much?
King of the Hill. Kids these days probably don't even throw each other off of anything. They'd probably get in trouble if they did that.
What is the December sketch of the month looking like? I haven't checked, but I last saw that 3-character turnaround was in the lead.
We should. The voting should be over now, so we should actually like look and be like, what prevailed? What's the winner?
You should look.
Liz, do you have the power to look over there, or should I look over here?
Nope, I can't do it.
You don't have the power? Okay, then I just want to get my blob colored in the background of the scene, and then I'll go and look, and I'll figure out.
Get your blob on.
There we go, blob colored.
I'm not logged in, that's why I can't do it.
That's okay. I'm logged in over here. What have you been doing, Patreon? Do. What did they vote for? Because they get to vote. And they get to vote.
Do. Can't wait to get a vote full. I was thinking about all those like early 2000s like albino black sheep memes and stuff. Do you remember those?
No.
No.
You don't remember any of the, like, there has to be, I don't know. I can't remember like specific ones right now. People chat, please give me like your old 2007 like Flash animation memes. But yeah, everyone saw those. The Fire in My Laser or stuff like that. Like, people. Yeah, it was like that era.
Fire in My Laser, I know that one.
Yeah, and then there was like all those like weird animutation things with like Colin Mockery in them for some reason.
All right. Interruption. We definitely have the turnarounds for Sketch of the Month. They wanted Aura, Tegra, and Face, or there's going to be some more character turnarounds joining the list of character references. That overwhelming margin, that one. And the clear victory as well on the fan art was going to be Callie Briggs from SWAT Cats. Which is, I have never drawn.
I think I suggested that.
I know, and I was like, I've never drawn her, so I'm going to include this in the poll anyways, because I am a dictator, and I can do whatever I want, so I did it.
You're not supposed to use my suggestion. Oh my god.
All
right. Well, I didn't rig this or anything, guys. Please don't throw stones at me or do.
Listen, if you came up with an idea that I really, really like, I can abuse my power, and my power has been abused. It has officially. This is what the Ghost of Christmas. The Ghost of Christmas present is gonna come and be like, David, Your backers submitted other things that didn't interest you as much, but what are you getting suggestions for if it's all about you? And then I'll be like, ah, shit, Ghost of Christmas Present. I just wanted to maybe draw Callie Briggs from SWAT Cats. I wanted to put that out to the vote to see what happened. And the Ghost of Christmas Present will be having none of it.
I told you so. You know, Mammo, I'm sure what you did is very nice, but it's not loading on my computer. It might be too big, or it might be my computer.
Oh, is he got
Oh,
something?
is he making like those huge walls of images again?
Oh, let me see.
Yeah.
Let me take a look
tell.
over here.
It's not
Memo,
loading at all.
pick like the top 4, bro. Please, trust me.
You guys are hurling
Or like
accusations without even thinking. This is actually not a huge wall of things.
Or a smaller file.
It is.
Can't open them.
Check it out. I can open it. Oh, this is
Can you
cute.
post it?
Is it not a huge wall?
It's not a huge wall. It's a nice picture that I'm trying to get centered.
Oh, wow.
So you can actually
It's
see
one
the whole thing.
picture, yeah. I don't know why you can't open that.
It's Picardo gives me trouble on here. It's a really bad laptop.
Yeah, you know, I think I can see Mama being a leash kid.
Yeah. I mean, they in the comic even they have her on a leash sometimes. Well, they try to. But I like Crystal entering the fray and actually being able to like manage it well. Armor looks good on her actually. Good job, man.
Bill seems indoor.
There was some girl on Twitter who was talking about like how she can just tell sometimes, and like she'll just straight up ask people like, "Oh, were you a leash kid?" She said like the reactions she gets out of people like that are amazing.
No. Are they appalled or apologetic?
Well, but like some of them are just like, "What the fuck do you mean? Was I a leash kid?" And like some of them are just like, "Oh yeah, my mom used to totally put me on a leash. Oh, it's so crazy. How did you know?"
How did you know?
How did you know I was on a leash as a child? It is easy to tell some of those people, though. I have yet to see this in real life, like in the wild.
I've
A
seen it
child
in the
on a
wild.
leash.
I have.
I'm sure it's more
no.
American. Yeah, I don't know
The
if people
first
do
time
it
I ever
outside.
saw it, I was working at a toy store, and this lady had 2 of her kids on. I think it was 2 kids on 2 leashes.
Were they like barking and snarling and shit?
Oh,
She had
they
a
were
bottle of
on their-
citronella.
They were on their hands and knees, and they were pulling at the leash, trying to like claw away from her.
They were literally on their hands and knees.
Yes.
Are you sure these were children?
Maybe they were like shaved little Pomeranians or something.
And they were acting
It
like
sort
it.
of sounds like maybe they were, yeah. I never noticed the guide coins have ridges.
Yeah, they have little ridges around the edge because I thought that looked like there's more texture to it.
I never noticed that. It is an interesting choice, to say the least.
Don't start hate. And I know where that is. Don't start.
What? No, it's not like money that you spend. That just was like, why does this have ridges? But then like I realized it's probably just because Dave thinks that it looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of organic, lumpy, dumpy looking ridges too. It's not like they're perfectly machined or anything.
I think
Yeah,
Bill
it
is
looks like they were like carved into it or something.
probably.
Yeah.
We're saying Bill's animal is a foxy cat.
A foxy cat. If you must assign a specific animal to them, he can be a foxy cat. I'm not gonna. But I don't know. Really, like everyone, I just get away with being like, his animal is a cartoon. It's a cartoon. But that said, some people are inspired more by one animal or another. So there is some variety.
I thought Tinsel's like animal combination was very interesting. She's obviously some sort of like, bushy-tailed mammal mixed with like an octopus or something, which is like, you would not expect that combination to be like the hot supermodel type character, but it sort of works with Tinsel.
I don't know where you get octopus.
From her face, like there's no nose, there's like her mouth sort of looks like an octopus character. You know how when they draw like octopus characters in Japanese media, they always have like that mouth is like shooting stone out, like Octoroks on Zelda or something. Her mouth kind of looks like resembles that in a way. To me, at least.
Yeah, the sticker cutter is called a cricut. A cricket.
Oh, the cricut. Yeah, I've heard of those.
I don't know.
I know people who have them. They say that they're good.
That's
but,
the one.
There's ones that I've heard are better. I can't remember the name of them right now because like I was at one point looking into like getting a sticker cutter just to like make stickers and stuff. And there was one that people were saying like, don't get the Cricut, don't get the Cricut, whatever it's called. Get this other one instead. And I looked into that one, and it like I did not use either one of them, so I don't know. But like, it did look better to me.
Don't you need to keep on buying materials for it though, like the special name brand paper or whatever that is?
I don't know. I didn't really look that far into it. I think any sort of paper that would fit it would be okay. The thing I would be worried about would be the ink.
Yeah, it takes ink.
Like the printer.
Well, I mean, it's a printer.
Imagine, yeah, I would imagine the Cricut and the whatever. I wish I could remember the name of the other one, but like all those like things, they actually print the stickers and cut them out with like a blade, robot blade arm that goes around and just like punches them out with a sticker thing, or like a blade thing that cuts and turns and curves.
Sounds like it'd be cool to watch.
I know somebody.
I've heard it's cool.
I know somebody whose dad bought her one and then doesn't even use it. She's too lazy.
Oh, it does everything for you. What do you mean?
It was too much work. I don't know.
I wish my sticker making robot would just think up stickers themselves.
She collects toys, basically. She doesn't actually use them. Here's another one that buys printers,
I have noticed that it can be a tendency sometimes with people where they will buy like art books, like books about like artistic theory and technique and like anime, and then they'll never read them, but they'll just keep on buying them. And they'll buy like really expensive tools and tablets and subscriptions to software. They'll just like it's like there's something in their head where they think that they can purchase proficiency. And it must be like a childhood thing that got drilled in there, where it's like, oh, if I buy the right stuff, then I'm actually increasing my skill. But they never really like use it.
Yeah, you can purchase efficiency, but you really cannot purchase proficiency. You can leverage the proficiency of someone else with money, but you can never own it.
Time for some sand.
What are we sanding?
YouTube, we don't do spoilers. We don't talk about spoilers on stream. That's not why we're here.
I'll spoil it. What do they want me to spoil?
No, don't spoil it. Don't do that.
No, fucking damn it, spoil me.
You're asking about Paige. Hey, it's a make up something about Paige.
Which page?
Oh. Character page. Page 5.
The character page on page 5.
Sand.
Spoiler, it's in there.
Sand. I got the sand.
I'd like him to throw sand at me in the eye.
Dune sand copy.
You took a photo, didn't you?
Yeah. That way I won't get some crazy, like, National Geographic photographer coming after me in a decade. Like, I took that photo of sand. I recognize that crane anywhere. Like, no.
You know what it's gonna be? It's like, oh, you stole my OC. You stole my OC. My OC is sand. I own the copyright to that photo.
Yeah, I can be like, no, actually, I took this
OC
picture of the
sand,
sand, and then the judge would be like, oh, he clearly took that sand photograph. The plaintiff must now be executed. It's a new justice. By the time this happens, the justice system has had some reforms, okay? So this sort of thing can happen now.
You'd be executed over copyright shit.
We just realized someone has brought a clearly frivolous lawsuit to the court, and now they will be
What is
executed.
happening in this? Like, there is like a trial going on where V is presiding over Mace, like who's defending the legal defense for fucking Whip or something, and then there's the Oracle of fucking Delphius from Sonic Underground is there.
Don't spoil my story.
Yeah, you're surprisingly on
the guy
target.
in the middle.
Honestly.
You just have to read the comic. No spoilers.
You'll just have to read it. I know you want to so bad.
Does he just show up here? Is his first appearance of him?
No, all these guys have been seen in a previous page. Fear not.
Yeah, maybe you should read the comic, Hazen.
But who is he though?
Are you talking about the guy in like the Grim Reaper robes?
Yeah.
Oh, it's one of the
Daryl.
orphans, Daryl. But his Halloween costume is the Grim Reaper. He doesn't have a
I know when
so he's got a
I know when he puts a robe on, he looks completely different. But
Does he have they have the Grim Reaper?
Yeah, sure. Grim Reapers are fun.
Didn't know. They had like, you know, those legends. Fucking legend.
Yeah, some stuff I like to just keep in the dream world, and like I like to make up a lot of new stuff, but I also like to have a lot of things that are just sort of like intuitive and familiar. So, like if a person takes a bite out of an apple, it's like, yeah, this can just be an apple. It doesn't have to be a Scrumfendorfer or some obscure fantasy thing. Actually, in the dream world, apples are called Krishmickles, and they're totally different, you know.
They're called Kartoffeln. They're called
Hey, Dave.
apples.
would you like many viewers? It's popular, and there's some weird link.
Are you giving me more Kick advertisements?
Are you
Kick,
There
kicking
is.
me right now?
Kick, you need to stop being like this and be more like this. Less like this.
You.
More like this. Okay, Kick. Can we file a request for that? Maybe we really should probably like stop at some point and email Kick and be like, hey Kick, new users here. Just to check, did you realize your shit sucks? We want to make sure you were aware of this, because it totally
Your
kind of
customer's
blows.
aware.
Sir, are you aware that your shit sucks? Were you made aware of this yet? They'll be like, oh, thank you.
Why did you say that like the Simpsons, like super nerd comic book store guy?
I don't know, because I wanted to.
Yes, that's what you should do is email them. Your service sucks, but I'm going to continue using it. Just letting you know, though, it's really terrible. And then they come back with like, yeah, we know, and we don't care.
They're like, we made it that way just for you. Oh!
Welcome to Kick.
Welcome to Kick. We wanted it to be bad because we don't like you, and we knew one day you would come into this platform.
We knew you'd be here.
Dave, YouTube wants to know what Mace and Nama's kids look like. I think they would look like freaks.
They would look like freaks. You're right.
What would they look like? I think they'd look like watermelons, honestly.
Yeah.
Since I'm the creator, also that's now canonical. So Mason Nama's.
Wait, what did you say? They would look like
They look like watermelons, I think. Yeah,
a
watermelons.
watermelon.
Yes.
Okay. I did like cut out or something when you said that at first. I think they would look like wobble.
Well, you heard right.
And
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I think maybe that would be right. That's how I'd maybe describe what is in my head.
And that is what we all thought, and that is what it would be. Now it's canon. Can't change it.
Hard cannon.
Hard cannon will never not be
I
funny.
know. You do need a bazinga sound effect.
A bazinga sound. Yeah, I do. I'm asking
Have
Santa for one.
Have you been good? No.
No.
Baby. Does that ever factor in?
That's never stopped me from getting what I...
That's never stopped me from getting what I want. Yeah. Cool.
That's what Krampus is for. Krampus is like, hey kid, Santa's not going to take care of you, but you did what you had to do to get what you wanted, and I'm the reverse Santa. I will reward ruthless and selfish behavior. That's what I do. I'm Krampus.
Krampus my style.
See, traditionally, Krampus and Santa, it's almost like they're working together, because Santa's like, I'm gonna give good kids good things, and Krampus is like, yes, and I will punish the bad ones. So they're sort of like playing for the same team, you know, but I feel like you could easily get a situation where Krampus is like, no, I'm actually gonna, whatever Santa's trying to program in, I'm gonna go ahead and counter that. I'm gonna counter-program that, so selfish kids, you're getting rewarded.
It's interesting how the United States just took away Krampus completely. Like, oh, that's just scary. We just reward all children all the time, no matter how bad they are with gifts.
Yeah, Krampus, he's not gonna sell any Coca-Cola, are you kidding?
That'd be a good ad. What is that like? How does the song go? Well, like Coca-Cola's coming with the trucks, and then there's like this goat demon guy just jumping out.
Oh, so the ad is like Krampus is trying to stop your Coca-Cola from getting to you. And then, yeah, although probably Krampus, if he's evil, he'd be like, yes, high fructose corn syrup directly into your veins.
We could do it with AI. We could, I mean, they altered that Coca-Cola ad easily, so we could just put Krampus in. We'll get Mammo on it.
Altered Cola. Sounds like a weird movie title. Reminds me of that old horror movie from the 80s, The Stuff. Did either of you guys ever see The Stuff?
No.
Well, I'll tell you about it then, as I color. The basic idea was one day these, like, I don't know if they were oil drillers, they find some weird white goop that just bubbles out of the ground, and they're like, what is this?
Oh, this.
Yeah, and then, and as you do, you sort of taste it first to be like, well, is this yummy to eat? Let me check if it's yummy to eat. You taste it, and these guys are like, oh yeah, this is really good. So suddenly, this stuff becomes like a new household sensation. Everyone, it's in grocery stores. People are just like guzzling it down. It's so good and like plentiful, and there's just more and more and more stuff. But someone who doesn't eat the stuff slowly starts to realize that it's like a symbiotic organism, and the more stuff you eat, the more it starts to like take over your mind and direct your behavior, and it's then everyone turns into like basically servants of the stuff because they've just been filled to the brim with stuff.
And might I add, this is based on a true story called the Kellogg's Corporation.
I'm sorry, what?
It's based on a true story about the Kellogg's Corporation.
They found sentient slime in the earth? This is kind of new to me. Could you elaborate, please?
Is that not a cereal?
Sentient slime, the cereal. I don't think that's a cereal. I'm not aware of this cereal.
It was what we saw in video on Crisco. What was that? Like Crisco White?
Yeah, Crisco. No, that's basically just modern cooking oil. What was it? Procter and Gamble. Like as soon as something happened, they're like, oh man, we have like all this cottonseed oil, and people aren't going to be buying this for the original industrial application. It's what are we going to do? How are we going to sell this stuff? So they're like, well, what if we told people they could eat it? And at first it was like, well, are you kidding? This is industrial. It's literally industrial waste. No one's going to believe that they could just eat it like it's food, like it's lard or something. And they're like, no. We'll use this thing called advertising, and we'll make them think that they can eat it. And then the advertising was like, oh, pig fat is gross. Fat is so disgusting and bad for you. It's way better to use Crisco. And then, thus trans fats and seed oils were introduced into the mainstream American diet. And one obesity epidemic later, and I see no problems. It's just fine. It's cool.
Yeah, I have friend who won't go to the doctor for her injured shoulder because she doesn't like the doctor's telling her that she needs to lose weight, so she just doesn't go at all.
Usually if you don't, if there's something you don't like to hear, and then you just put yourself in a position where you can be in denial and you never hear it, that always ends well. That's a #1 strategy.
I know. I had another friend who was developing diabetes, and the doctor said, you know, you're pre-diabetic. And he's like, oh, good. At least I'm not full diabetic. And then he stopped looking into it completely.
Yeah. You have a lot of friends. A lot of friends that tell you medical information for some reason.
Let's go Telegram. Nice guy. Okay, wait. Mammo says, you mean people get fat from eating the stuff they use as machine engine lubricant? Yes. That's America.
Yeah.
They're doing it since the 50s. This is not news, Mammo. Oh, sorry.
Like, literally people that were heavily invested in petrochemicals, I believe at some point in the early 1900s, they effectively purchased a lot of the accreditation and licensing things for different hospitals and medical care, and they said they got rid of nutrition as some kind of a nutritional guidepost. They're like, no, we don't want people using that stuff. We want people using petrochemicals and whatever artificial things we produce. That is what we want people using for their healthcare, because then we'll make a pile of money. And they did.
He says it's the entire world, not just America.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We're in a safe, non-whatever that is space here. Not touching that stuff. That's gross.
If you want to be a real rebel, eat organic kale.
And buy digital media, or what is
digital
it?
Media.
Physical media.
Traditional media. Yeah, it's the opposite of digital. The brainwashing almost got you. I just saw it like fly right by. It was trying to make you say digital instead of physical. You got to watch out.
It's digital.
It's very crafty. It's very clever brainwashing. Little bit of ambient occlusion lighting. Do 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 do. Forget about your worries and relax. I wonder if the bare necessities had any inspiration on the Hakuna Matata, Lion King philosophy.
I'm not sure Disney hated the old media back then, so maybe.
Yeah. Oh, I heard, I think you told me about this, just like, sounded awful, that Guardians of the Galaxy 1, like the version that's streaming, as anyone who has seen Guardians of the Galaxy knows, a big part of the story is these like 80s sort of like pop rock songs that the main character would listen to.
70s.
70s, yeah, because his mom gave him like the album or the cassette tape or whatever. So these songs factor in really big to the story, and they sort of form an iconic, integral part of it. Well, apparently, if you're just on Disney Plus and streaming, if you go to listen to Guardians of the Galaxy now, guess what? Those iconic songs have been stripped out and replaced with just generic, made-up, like, trash. Nothing evocative, nothing worthwhile, and it's like, what did they do? Why did they do this? And apparently, Disney did not get a perpetual license for that music, so now the streaming version of Guardians of the Galaxy, that music is just, like, not there, because Disney's like, yeah, we don't feel like renewing this. We didn't bother to get a perpetual license to begin with. So we're just going to go ahead and subtract this integral facet of the cinema experience. And I don't know, when I heard that, it just, for me, it was like, wow, that is a really good argument for physical media. Like, unless Disney sends, like, assassins in to retrieve your DVDs and, like, replace them with, like, updated DVD. It's just...
Lawyer assassins.
Yeah. It's just terrible.
They'd really play mind games and try to get you to throw it away and subscribe.
Yeah, it's like, you don't need to use actual lard or pork fat or coconut oil or none of that stuff to cook. Just use industrial byproducts, and you don't need to buy physical media. What would we do? Mess around with it in the future indefinitely and tinker and, like, screw it up? We wouldn't do that. Just throw those DVDs away.
With the future. Give us your money.
Verunicariusu says, how did they address the parts where he's singing along with the song? You know what? I have no idea. I didn't watch it. I'm
not watching the new one. I'm not playing Disney Plus games.
It'd be great if they just like hard cut in some clearly like obviously like some other actor, the voice doesn't even match whatsoever, just like blatantly making it not fit. I think that'd be funnier than like, I don't know, using AI to like.
Well, no, you know, maybe it just goes like completely blank and there's no audio there because it had to be stripped. And you're not supposed to notice.
He just starts like humming like. Just starts reciting like, we no longer have the license for this music. We no longer have the license for this music.
Did we lose Hazen?
I don't know. I'm coloring. I think so. I think we killed him.
It was the ghost of Christmas present getting him. It's been very bad this year.
That's early. They usually don't come around until like exactly Christmas. You can almost like set your watch by it. What is their timing? Like 9, 12, 3? Is it something like that?
Well, I mean, when Gonzo narrates, it's kind of up to the Muppets.
Man, I haven't seen the Muppet one in a while.
What are you talking about? We saw that last year. I got that from the library.
Oh, that's right. Well, it's been a year then, I guess. A year is a while.
I thought the music was boring.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was good, but I don't think it needs a place on our Christmas MP4 marathon watch list.
Oh no. I should tell them what the neighbor did.
What the neighbor did.
In neighbor hour.
It's dream time, time to tattle on the neighbor. Stream time, time to tattle on the neighbor. So what he did today was, I guess, he got a real Christmas tree. Good for him. Apparently, you were saying on Facebook he phrased it like this is the first year he's ever been permitted to. So I guess there was like.
Yes, his wife has allowed him to get one.
So I guess there's some back and forth over that subject. But anyways, he finally got it. Went out, got the biggest and best one. I go, yeah, this is gonna be a great one. Look how big and awesome this is. And then got it over to his house. I'm like,
what he sounds like too.
And it's
you
not
did it exactly right.
Thank you, but it's turns out biggest, best, number one doesn't quite fit inside of the doorway or in the house. So today he strapped a light onto it. I don't know why he strapped a light onto his forehead, but that's a thing he just does now. In the middle of the day, he strapped a lamp onto his forehead, and took out the chainsaw, and then started like chainsawing down this Christmas tree until it would fit inside his
backyard.
house.
I know.
I don't know. It's kind of funny. I think it's kind of funny.
He's our show. I checked his Facebook. His wife wasn't raging at him, so I think he just couldn't get the tree in the house. Dave, did your family ever get a real Christmas tree?
Nope. I always grew up on plastique Christmas trees.
Flammable.
Yeah, so I don't know. Plus, it just seems maybe rude to the tree to be like, hey, we're gonna kill you and stick you in our house now. There you go.
My parents used to get a real Christmas tree, and it smelled really nice. They had a problem where it would fall over in the middle of the Christmas season and break a lot of ornaments.
Oh.
I know. So it's like, okay, great, you guys, real smart.
It's like
so
a
then what they
sleepy tree.
So then what they did was, and then they got this ribbon, and then they like every year they like tie it to the banister so it wouldn't fall over.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually I think they ended up getting a traditional fake Christmas tree. After a while. The other thing was because the trees would fall over because they weren't cut right on the bottom when you put it in the stand, they started getting shorter and shorter trees to prevent the problem.
Oh, clever.
And I'm like 5'3". One time I was taller than the Christmas tree. It was just ridiculous.
Did you feel like superior? Did you feel badass?
No, I thought it was stupid.
So you did feel superior. You're like looking down on the tree like, I'm taller than you, therefore you are inferior tree.
Maybe. I like Christmas trees with really long needles. I think those are pretty.
Ooh. Yeah, those are pretty.
A little like the spruces with the little short needles are just really kind of shitty to me. I don't like. Let me check some beeping on you. See what that is.
Beeping? Am I beeping?
I don't know what that noise is. No, you're fine. It's some noise. Yeah, Hazel was bad, and Christmas, the Ghost of Christmas Present took him out.
They got him.
As one does.
Santa was like, a bazinga is what you want. I think what you really want is no internet.
The real ones, the real trees are pretty flammable once they dry out. Yeah, they smell great, but then the problem too is that they leave a real mess afterwards. So you need to like vacuum. And actually, we didn't vacuum it. We had to pick them up by hand. Put the kids to work cleaning up needles by hand on the carpet.
It's time to clean the needles.
We confirm it was the Ghosts of Christmas and not the Demons of Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday was last week. So I'm saying it's not the Demons of Cyber Monday. The Demons are on Amazon, changing the prices.
Changing the prices.
People complain that they raise the prices and then act like it's a discount and lower them to the normal prices, and I haven't seen it. But I don't care. I'm fooled.
That sounds like something they do on Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care. I really like, I think you're adding like fire sparks in this comic.
Yeah.
You've been doing that for a while, and I have to say that's really pretty because I didn't realize you were going to do that.
Yep, that's just, you know, they've got a nice big campfire going, and it's a starry night, and also there could be like sparks coming up from fires, and I always, whenever fires do that, when like a log shifts and crumples down, and then there's like this little cloud of sparks, I always think that looks so pretty, so it's like, hey, people are looking at these pages and flipping through, why not make it a little more pretty, even if it's like almost pushing a level towards abstraction.
EMV is asking, was Shopper better or worse back in the day? Only been part of Black Friday once or twice. Now, when I worked retail, customers actually had a store order where they would go after the bigger stores with the best deals, like probably Walmart or Kohl's first, clear that out, get what they want, and then go down their list of other stores to hit. And the place I worked at was really like a level 2 or 3, so it wasn't that bad. I've never been in a Black Friday sale where people are fighting and attacking each other, but I've seen a lot of videos about it.
I've never been shopping on Black Friday, so
I haven't either.
I'm just lucky that I'm not that big on shopping, I guess, so I never had to risk life and limb to get like some deals. It's just saving a little bit on like a widescreen plasma. Like, I'm not buying widescreen plasma whatever TVs anyway, so like back in the day, that's what it was. They'd be like, oh, huge TVs, people love huge TVs and they're so expensive, so now we're gonna have a huge deal and watch you guys battle in the gladiatorial arena to have the honor to be the one that buys it, and the rest of you will die in agony.
Whenever I take Dave to the grocery store and we go shopping together for whatever reason, I always joke about like, oh, it's almost Black Friday, we need our annual TV to replace our big TV from last year because it's such a good deal. I can't resist. You know, we just don't do any of that. That's just wasteful. I mean, the other thing too is like Black Friday is so early compared to Christmas. You're buying for yourself because of deals. It's just ridiculous.
Joke's on them. The real mastermind play is just never buy anything. Boom.
And hoard your DVDs.
Yeah, well, DVDs are different. They're like from the secondhand replay store and Goodwill and all of these foolers that are getting rid of their physical media. Like, their loss is that's more like scavenging than shopping, really.
Garbage picking.
Yeah. It's like picking through the landfills, hunting for DVDs. In the future, they won't have metal detectors. They'll have, like, DVD sensors. It'll somehow sense the little, like...
The ancient media.
Yeah, like, archaeologists will be sweeping through, like, ancient landfill sites seeking seeking the fabled discs, and then they have like the archaeological department has the tech that can actually read them. And then they'll be like, Ren and Stimpy Special Edition. Now we will know what the 1990s were all about.
I never got into Ren and Stimpy. I didn't have cable, so I just completely missed that one. I didn't like the style. I thought everything was ugly.
It was very ugly. I think that's kind of like the point, is a caricature that's really bringing like the flaws and wrinkles and like, you know, like just kind of bringing these grotesque details to life, and that's sort of like what it's satirizing. So it was very good at that. As a kid, I never really got that much into it either. I think I had access to it because we had Nickelodeon, but I was just, I don't know, it was okay. It was just never something I got excited to watch ever. I tended to gravitate more towards, like, as people could probably presume based on the style that I went with for Dream Keepers, I gravitated more towards like the, you know, appealing looking style and characters and Disney-esque type of sensibilities.
And stuff like Repulsive and What Can We Get Away With?
Yeah, I mean, it's not even like I look down on media that uses that type of style. It's like every style has a purpose, and its purpose is to sort of emphasize and explore those facets of the style. So if you want to sort of emphasize and explore like the unpleasant, unflattering sort of nitty-gritty side of human nature, then you sort of want a style like that. You know, something like R. Crumb would be good at that. But for the stories that I think resonated with me more, it was more about, I don't know, like I wasn't even thinking about it that deeply as a child, but I guess about sort of something aspirational, something ideal, overcoming obstacles, that sort of thing. And for that type of style, I think what you want is something where it focuses on like the actual heart of the characters, like the core, their feeling, what they're doing, why they're doing it, their emotional state, their expressiveness, their expressions. And for that, you kind of want to minimize like you know, 37 pores and like 15 ridges on the nostril, and instead just kind of focus in on what are the key things of the style that will communicate the emotional state of the characters.
Yeah, you read more into it than I do. I just thought it was ugly. I later found out one is a cat, one is a dog. I'm like, no. Nope.
Well, there's recognizing that a cartoon style is ugly, but then there's thinking about, well, why is it ugly? Because everything is kind of, there is sort of a reason for everything if you look deep enough.
Mammo's saying he sold his TV 10 years ago. Yeah, you're not missing out. Like, we have TVs for DVDs to watch, but we never use them, and honestly, the TVs don't get channels, and we just don't care.
At some point, I know we've got like a television up here. At some point, I should probably try to figure out how do I hook it up so we can watch YouTube on it, because I would actually use that. But I don't know. It hasn't come up that much, honestly. So it's not really an issue, I guess.
You have your laptop. You get like, that's the thing. The thing about that is, I think with the remote control, you wouldn't be able to really control what YouTube is on your TV anyway, so you'd have to get up, and who wants to do that?
Yeah, no one wants to get up.
Mm-mm.
Nobody needs that standing up noise.
Exercise. That's what TV is for.
Better to sit in a chair all day until every joint becomes brittle and frail.
Apparently you can watch YouTube on PS5.
Oh, PS5, good for something. Look at that.
You wait for a game to come out. I haven't heard anything about new PS5 games coming out. Apparently we've just forgotten that. I'm just hearing about some raging between Epic Games, Steam, and Xbox Microsoft, and they're all just yelling at each other, and I don't hear anything.
I'm sure the console wars probably matter to people that are considering like which console to buy and stuff like that. But that's not me.
Yeah, but you know these people, they need all of them.
I don't know, are there people out there that, there probably are, but do you know anyone that's like, I need an Xbox and a PlayStation and a Nintendo Wii Woo and a this and a that and a partridge in a pear tree? I'm sure there's a lot of moderate gamers out there that are like, I can content myself with a single console. You know, sort of like the monks of the gaming world.
Kind of like people who like need Ford. They don't really get into Ford motor cars, but there's that other one. I don't even know the name, or Ram, or there's a car company that people like really get into. Dodge.
I've heard of
trucks
Dodge Ram related to like jokes about hitting pedestrians. So I'm sure there's something that's like Dodge Ram related.
Well, that's what you said about like be careful what you name yourself.
Yeah.
No.
You do want to be cautious when you're selecting a name to go forward, because it'll sort of have a pretty potent subconscious influence on everything. So if you name your trucks like Ram, Dodge, and I don't know, buckle up.
Yeah. There's a guy I know who he's always complaining about ailments as to why he can't stream. So I named my printer after him because my printer doesn't want to make art either.
Oh yeah, I know. I think I know who you're referencing, but he's one of those people where he named himself something to the effect of like, oh, being like destroyed or like crushed or like diseased or like disabled and something. Like his actual like name is something like that, and then it's like, oh, and was this like a self-fulfilling prophecy? Because like based on what you tell me, it's just like a nonstop, like, okay, no art today because this happened and that happened and my hand fell off and like I have a cough and like it's just like one thing after another. So it's like your name matches way too well, and maybe take a step back and try to figure out what's going on here and fix it, you know.
I'm not even watching him for the art. I'm watching him for the excuses every day. It's getting gnarly.
Yeah, well, at that point, it's sort of like, well, are these excuses, you know, totally authentic? Because if so, this person seems to be falling apart at an alarming rate, and they should seriously take a look at their health. Or is it just like, I don't feel like doing something today. Guess what? My head fell off. I can't stream, you know? I don't know.
They're asking if it was Chrysler. Frankly, I don't know if a Ram Dodge is a Chrysler or not. I don't know any of that.
Chrysler's a car brand as well.
Yeah, but I don't know. No, there is one brand of car in particular that like the people who love trucks like subscribe to. Like it's their life. It's their blood.
Tesla?
No, well, yeah.
Cybertruck.
No, there's an American brand besides that. That's like the redneck. Like this is an identity brand. You should actually just look beside her neighbor's truck and we'll figure it out. But...
Ford?
No, it's not Ford.
Toyota?
That's not American. I think it is Dodge.
Chevy?
It might be Chevy.
Chevy.
It might be Chevrolet. I don't know. I think it's Dodge though.
But
there's one of them where like.
Are Chevy and Chevrolet, are they the same thing or are they different companies?
Wait, what are the two?
Chevy and Chevrolet.
Yes, that's the same thing. And General Motors. I heard General Motors filed for bankruptcy but then recovered later. But I haven't seen them in a while. I don't know what they're doing. And they're saying Bobby's eyes are so alluring. Thank you. Well, Dave, when you put flames in their eyes.
Also,
who knows?
I note that you identified that a lot of the reflections in this are reflections of the fires. So you made the highlights orange, and I think that is cool. So good job.
I know what your lighting is like. I'm not fooled.
In fact, I'm going to make these ones orange as well.
I also know that you'll change it and do whatever you want, so.
I'm a psycho, I change all the colors. Do change all the colors.
What is a color swatch? Do.
Using pink for V, but I gotta change it to mostly green with these robes.
Your head fell off. Is that a new way to say you're sober? Well, with this guy, I don't know, but man, he's had COVID 8 times, and today he was like, he lost his voice, and he was really like a throat issue, and he like he hit his head on the bathroom, and these are all different days in the last week, but he hit his head on the shower wall, and then he like had a concussion but didn't go to the doctor, and then like a week later he's still feeling it.
Didn't he like backflip into some like nails too or something?
And he can't backflip, trust me. But he fell when he got out of bed and landed on a board of nails in his bedroom. It was like,
at this point it's like, I don't know, you
hey,
gotta...
this upspeak is me reading his blue sky.
He did this?
With a lot of doubt.
If this stuff is like actually happening...
Do you believe it if I keep talking like that? Are you convinced yet?
I believe that you believe that you're reading something, but I don't know. At that level, it's like if your home is constantly attacking you with lethal traps and you've got like some sort of a Home Alone situation going on, clean that stuff up, because you don't want to live in a place that's made out of booby traps. It's no fun.
What about titty traps? That's their name.
Titty traps. Well, that sounds a little more fun. So what is that? Is that like a booby trap, but it's only designed to like capture breasts? That's the only thing it'll actually work on or something?
You're the one that used the word booby trap. I just came up with something better.
I didn't invent booby trap. All right, booby trap is a culturally established phrase, so you cannot hold me responsible. You cannot hold me responsible for the phrase booby trap. I'm just the messenger, okay? It was our predecessors. The previous generation decided that booby trap was a phrase that made sense, and I just inherited this language, and I'm forced to use it.
Is it OnlyFans? Man, I bet that name is taken.
What, booby trap on OnlyFans?
Yeah, and probably titty trap. Oh, well.
It'd be funny if their OnlyFans is just like them, like, hey guys, how are you today? And then it's constantly like triggering actual traps that they've set up in their like room or something. Like really funny Rube Goldberg, like elaborate type of stuff. Like I would actually want to see that OnlyFans. That'd be kind of fun.
Oh, I don't know anything about OnlyFans, and I've never been there. But it would be funny. I assume they stream. It would be funny if they like rigged up a bunch of like Rambo clips of him going through the jungle and like Arnold Schwarzenegger Predator clips to get a whole like theme going.
That would be fun. I think, like, in case you're not aware, I think OnlyFans is like where girls will stream like pornography, basically.
Yeah,
for money.
I get an idea of that. Yeah, of course.
But again, that's why I think there's got to be some joke accounts on OnlyFans that just do stuff that's like funny and not what you would expect.
I assume there's a lot of like talking like you're going to do something to the audience, and then you get the money, and you stream for hours. And you get a lot of money, and all the audience is like, yeah, she's totally gonna do it. I need to give her another $1.
And then she's like, oh, a headache. And she's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. They're saying that they really like Bobby's design. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Because I have to say he said some critique that I kind of agree with, that he's a little gaudy or clownish. But, you know.
He has to concentrate to not look like a clown. It's a tightrope walk.
I was going for a colorful cheetah look, kind of, so.
I think he's right on the borderline, but in good hands, the color scheme totally works. Because it's a nice mix of warm and cool focal areas. And there's enough variation in there that as long as the palette is handled well, it can actually work. But it's like...
Yeah, you do a good job.
Like one more region on the color wheel, and I think at that point it would have gone off the rails. But instead it's like a very... It's like a high... It's like, don't mess with Bobby's color scheme. It's a tightrope walk. Like...
Yeah. This is a poison dart frog.
Yeah, poison dart frogs are just awesome looking. Anyways.
You know, we had some of those at the reptile convention we went to, but it's like I don't think you're allowed to pet them or touch them or hold them. You just have to like...
Really? Poison dart frogs? You're not sure if you're allowed to like touch them and like rub them all over?
No, I don't remember. I don't remember which species they had for tail, basically.
I just figure if it's got bright colors,
they were tiny.
It's like, you know what? I'm not gonna question you, frog. Your bright colors, no touch. Okay, I'll trust you. I'll trust you that I should not touch that.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing, you know, they look and they're little. So it's like you want a couple of them so you can really see them. But if all you're doing is just like dropping fruit flies in and not allowed to interact with them, it's kind of like it's gonna get old after a month, and then you're stuck with this animal for life. So I hope you like spending money on flies. They were cool to look at though. Oh, for goodness sakes.
Uh-oh. What's oh for goodness sakes?
Aw. You know, just banning everything on Kick, I see. Would you like many viewers? Let's make you popular. And there's some weird link. Yeah, you have to want to take my account and my money. It's so cool. It's saying sobered out V, better avoid that dangerous motherfucker. Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna argue with that. That's just a fair assessment. What are they drinking anyway? Hot chocolate. Yes, we decided it's hot chocolate because they probably wouldn't drink coffee that late at night.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they have really coffee for the orphans anyways. You typically don't want to like caffeinate orphans. The results can be catastrophic.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's probably like a can of that powdered nasty hot chocolate. Not that okay, hot chocolate powder isn't that nasty, but I assume it's the really cheap stuff at the orphanage, a can.
Yeah, it's probably not like top of the line.
Nah. I'm surprised they have it, but I was willing to go with that. We drank a lot of that in college. We had I think it was like a giant can of like powdered Swiss Miss, and we thought it was really fancy because it had the freeze-dried little marshmallows in it.
Ooh, yeah. Actually, the powdered cappuccino is probably made out of trash, but it tasted really good.
We didn't know better. We didn't care. It was something, basically.
We were in college and we were invincible.
Yeah, I lived off of cake because none of that food was edible. I did.
Well, look at the time. Every hand of the clock is just pointing to a slice of cake.
Wednesday was, what was it? No, what's the name? Skyline chili.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
swear that chili tasted like vomit. That was, I mean, I ate it, but it was good.
Yeah, it made me, like, the chili sort of made me wonder, like, what's the big deal with Skyline chili? Why does everyone think this is good? Because it did not seem...
It was so acidic. It was gross. It was not red velvet cake. They had like a, it was like a vanilla cake with shredded coconut on top. It was very popular. I know they had a chocolate cake. And I think they had a traditional vanilla cake, which I ate a lot. I think they might have had a carrot cake sometimes.
They had a vanilla cake, which I ate a lot.
And that's my story. That was college.
I'm looking
I
forward
still
to.
lost weight.
I'm looking forward to your
What?
memoirs. Well, yeah, you had like this turbo metabolism where you could eat literally anything and it would just like get burned into nothing immediately.
Oh, I know. I kind of still do. It's close. I mean, metabolism slows down when you're 40, so you kind of get a little. It's not as good, but it's still really good.
Well, you can also do stuff to speed it. Like, obviously, if you exercise regularly, your metabolism is gonna be higher because you have to burn fuel to exercise. I think our diet now, too, it's just... I don't even feel like... It doesn't even feel like I'm, like, focusing on my health so much. I have to stay in shape. Like, I never really get that sense. It's just, basically leveraging laziness to work for us. So it's like, you just get the diet. We only eat stuff that's healthy, and that's the only stuff that we buy, so it's the only stuff that we have around. And once you just like get all the bad stuff out of your diet, get like sort of like keto, paleo, general guidelines, suddenly it's not that difficult to keep weight just off and go to the gym and tone up the muscle. There you go.
Mamo's asking which characters have tasted fermented. Of the ones you listed, they were underage in the comics, so I'm going to say none of them. And we've done some commissions, but that's not canon, where we're just playing around.
I don't know, like, I would have to think more about that, like, when would they have gotten access to it, and would they have done it? I know that there's one variable that I've had in mind with Mace, and I'm not sure if this might make it into a comic at some point, where he's sort of, like, not into Fermente, and he doesn't really want to get into it, and the reason is because he grew up with Grun, and he's like,
exactly.
Yeah, I don't want to be like that. Can I be the?
Well, that's why I think all the orphans like V and Mace are like, nope, we've seen Grun, not doing that one.
This playlist is suddenly getting non-Toonami things in there.
What are you doing?
Playlist, you had one job.
Foof.
There we go. do, 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 do. Layer. Merge selected layers. Time for cell shading. I think we're gonna get this one done today too. At the rate we're going.
It doesn't look hard. It was all character.
Yeah.
When you double up the character colors, character and then costuming, that takes twice as long, but it's not that bad.
Most of the work was done by Liz, because I'm mean. And I was like, Liz, do all of the work for me.
Yeah. But this was my excuse not to do the dishes.
Oh. That's okay. I actually got I got a good chunk of the dishes done earlier today. Just bragging in public a little bit in case you guys were like, I wonder if David did like some dishes. Yeah, I'm pretty awesome. I did some dishes.
Mm-hmm.
Who's got 2 thumbs and keeps up with the dishes? This guy.
So yeah, you want to put up the Christmas tree today?
Yeah, definitely. We're in December. We're past Thanksgiving. We're actually probably past due for it, really.
I know, I forgot. We should get your Santa hat. It matches your socks, and that's adorable. Oh, and you should get your red scarf.
Yeah, it is kind of the Christmassy scarf season, isn't it?
All right, a question. How many times have you gone Diane Foxington? Oof.
How many times have I drawn Diane Foxington?
I've only seen 2, I think. I've seen the boxing, and then I've seen the swim bathing one. I don't think there are any others.
Why does this pen have a oval cross section?
Oh yeah, and she also fought with Wolf and Kitty, so technically 3.
So 100 horizontal, 0 angle. Let's try that. Okay. I guess it was the thickness setting for some reason. Wouldn't have thought it would be that. I would have thought it would have been the angle, but whatever.
Are you getting technical?
Yeah, I'm just nitpicking the fill-in monopen. I just want it to be a circular cross-section, nothing crazy. Somehow I got it to be like a weird sort of quasi-oval shape, but I fixed it.
I've never had a robot on Picardo. I had a couple on Twitch, and they're all on Kick. But I have never had any on Picardo.
Yeah, I should probably add it to my list of things to maybe do eventually, to be like, oh, let Kick know they've got a robot problem, but it's not really high on the list because, yeah, I don't know if they're necessarily in a position to take any action over it.
No,
like,
I'm pretty sure they know.
Plus, no offense to Kick, but it was just sort of like, hey, we can stream to multiple places. Why not add Kick to the mix? So it's not like a mission critical thing to really polish at the moment.
Mamo says you need to put more detail into that V, draw a smiley mouth at least. No, not the blush. Oh my goodness, you got a backseat driver.
What if V was a little bit happier way over there? But the DG was so far away, my pencil couldn't get the detail very good.
Hell, whatever. Whatever. Great blood. No, you're lucky to put patches on that. That was me because there were no lines. I had to get creative.
Good job. Your service is
all right. EMV says you draw other Fox characters like, ooh, Carmelia Fox, and I don't know who Dharma is or Maid Marian. You know what? That sounds like a fan art February, Dave.
Yeah, actually, if
maybe we should have like a Foxy February.
You know, no one has ever submitted Maid Marian, I don't think, to the fan art. That'd be. I bet if someone submitted that, it would get. There's a good chance it would get voted up. So actually, if you are in the audience and you're not aware, if you're a backer, then you have access to our Discord. And if you're in the Discord, we do a new piece of fan art every single month, and every single backer can submit an idea for what they'd like to see us do fan art of. So if you really want to see Maid Marian and you're in the Dream Chord, do go and suggest Maid Marian, because we'll pick out our favorite 5 and put them to a vote for the rest of the backers. And I think a submission like Maid Marian would have a very good chance at getting selected, actually. Because everybody knows Maid Marian. Everyone likes the Robin Hood movie.
I mean, she launched a lot of furries.
She is responsible for a lot of destruction, yes.
The fox and Sly Cooper. Yeah, that's the Carmilta or Carmilla. I could write these down for the fan art February when we bring that in. Becky Thatcher is not a fox. That's a cat. Wait, maybe I'm wrong. Hold on. There was a white cat.
From the Tom Sawyer movie?
Yeah, no. 2 cats were females, and then Huckleberry Finn was a fox. That was a white cat.
I remember didn't they make Injun Joe like a bear in that movie? He was almost like a literal monster, like very Don Bluthian.
Mm-hmm. We used to have that movie, but it burnt up in the fire. Well, she is not the Bill species. She's a cat. I'm sorry. Sir. It's a white cat.
Is there a battle over what species Becky Thatcher from the Tom Sawyer movie is?
No, there's no battle. I'm just SmackDown because I know. Yeah, Tom's best friend Huckleberry Finn was a fox. The character proportions on the lineup were really weird. They made the fox really little for some reason, and I don't know why.
Yeah, you'd think the fox would be at least as big as the cats.
I think it's that kind of thing with character design where they needed variety in style or size and silhouette, and so they just made him smaller to try to do that, and it doesn't work. It's very weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's also part of that cartoon where the backgrounds don't really match the size of the characters. But you know, for a straight to DVD movie, what are you gonna do? The music is good.
Alright, got the rough cell shading in. Now I think I can get the slightly more refined shaping characteristics.
Hazen is telling me on the side some power outage or something in his area, so whatever. You know, so obviously it is a ghost of Christmas present getting him.
That's too bad. Well, I don't know how reliable the power grid is over there anyway, so I would imagine it's a little bit more touch and go sometimes.
I could not say. Maybe I had no power, no Wi-Fi, no water. You just trying to survive.
I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know we'll stay alive.
But you have cats? Which is kind of like a morale booster, is having cats. It's a cute fest. I've seen the cats.
I don't need cats, though. I have outdoor squirrels.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a cat, except I don't actually have to take any responsibility for what it does all day long.
They don't really like being pet by you either.
Yeah, they like getting their nuts, though. Oh, actually, one of our other neighbors has pumpkins that are just sitting out, and I noticed today the squirrels are going nuts over those pumpkins. One of them, there's like a perfect little squirrel-sized hole drilled into the side of one, and as I was looking at it, this little squirrel head just popped out and looked right back at me, and so I was like, oh, that's funny. They're literally eating their way into the pumpkin like a whip eating his way into the cake in that one prelude.
Yeah, I've never heard of them doing that, but I totally believe it. And the neighbors have had those pumpkins sitting out there since Halloween, so alright, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, apparently the squirrels were like, pumpkins, yeah, whatever. And then suddenly in the middle of December, they're like, wait a minute, we could be eating our way into the middle of those, and away they go.
Yeah, so the dove came back today too.
Yep, dove cakes came back. Was there any
You
seed
don't
left
learn,
over,
do ya?
or were the
No.
other birds just ate it all too fast?
Yeah. He flew away because you tried to let him inside, by the way.
Well, I was just
And
making conversation.
yeah, right. But anyway, I had to put more seed out, so hopefully he comes back.
It seems I'm noticing it seems like dove cakes shows up on sunny days, so maybe there's something to that.
Yeah. Maybe I wanted to edit his own Grok movie. I'm sorry.
Cool.
Have fun.
Well, I would not be surprised if you can, like, people can do stuff now with it. There's I saw an account on Twitter that was making really cool, like, anime style trailers, and it looked just as good as any anime I've ever seen, really. So people are gonna have the ability to make some pretty cool stuff pretty soon.
Do you think the squirrels know that there are seeds inside the pumpkins? I don't know if squirrels eat pumpkin seeds, but they do, now that I've seen that.
Oh, I bet they do. I'm even wondering if they eat the pumpkin itself. Like,
well, they have to. They have to because they made the hole.
Yeah, like, well, I mean, they could always just be, like, chewing their way into it and, like, spitting it out, maybe, but I suspect that they are eating pumpkin.
I've seen photos of them eating boxes, getting the packages.
Eating boxes. That, again, that's not eating, that's, like, chewing their way into it. They're using their face attack as a tool, not as a means of ingesting food, necessarily.
You don't know that.
I don't believe squirrels eat cardboard. I'm taking a stand.
It says Facting what's the next most popular character featured in fan arts done by Dave. I think Luna was really popular. It's always the Foxy Wolf girls.
Yeah, Luna, Crystal, Diane, Judy's pretty popular.
Yeah. You haven't done Sally Acorn yet.
No, yeah. I think she got suggested a good number of times in the earlier days of the fan art voting, but then she didn't quite. She was really close on some of the votes, but she didn't quite make it in. And then I think they stopped suggesting her, so Sally has not had a chance in quite a while.
I'm gonna have to make a list of February, because that's coming up, sir.
Fan art February. It is coming up, isn't it? That's right. Christmas first. Christmas first.
Sally, what? We're talking about Sally from the Sonic the Hedgehog show? The little, like, gopher girl?
Yeah, Sally Acorn. I'm going to take a quick rest stop. I'm going to put it on the be right back. I will be right back in just a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And we're back. So you, Liz was just like, can I explain Fan Art February because someone doesn't know what it is? Yeah, sure. Basically, in February, we always do one piece of fan art a month for the Patreon backers. But in February, we do I think like 4, and we send them. We send the Art Attack tier backers a print of every one of those. Obviously, the high resolution tier gets downloads of all the stuff, and usually there's variants, saucy variants, and that sort of thing. So it's just pretty much just what we do every single month for the patron backers. We just do it a little more in February, and then we, of course, we put it out on social media and invite new people to come and join the fun in the Patreon.
And a lot of it's animated. I think last February you did the Luna, and Captain Amelia, and maybe Chris. There was a lot of animated.
Yeah, I don't know. Like obviously, I don't know if every piece is going to be animated every time because animation takes a lot of time and effort. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I have time for. But I still want to keep like my main thing, especially now that like I think we've achieved a really surprising amount of growth the last few years thanks to you guys. So, and that was sort of like the plan after Volume 5. It was like, you know what? We're at a really nice plateau, so we could just continue, hunker down, just make books, don't really do anything else, and we could do that, and that would be it. That'd be pretty cool. We'd be a book-making couple, which I kind of like that idea anyways. But we thought, well, we also have a possible opportunity where Vivid could become more than just a vehicle for me and Liz to make our books that we want to make. We could possibly turn it into something where we can pull more creativity in, we can leverage more people's talent and abilities, and then we could do not just our own books, but video games, other people's content. We could possibly even continue growing, especially if we have some good video game launches. We could grow into maybe even an animation studio. So, and I was like, well, what's the one thing that we would need to do that? Well, we need to scale up our audience and the level of support that we have, and then that could put us on the pathway to really maximizing our creative potential with Vivid and the creative potential of other people as well. So that's
and it's working.
Yeah, so that's why after Volume 5, I was like, I love graphic novels. If I was just following like just what does David enjoy personally more than anything, I would just be making comics all the time. But I was like, we need to grow because I want to pursue these loftier goals. So we focused a lot on, making more fan art animations. And yeah, actually that's on my list of things to do this month is make a thank you video because not only has our social media just grown hugely, it's multiplied over that time frame, but a lot of those people, like they like what they see on social media, and then they come in and they support what we do on Patreon, and our Patreon support has never been higher. Like I would say, I had kind of a number in my mind about like, oh, maybe this is when we get to this level, I could really start like focusing on maximizing production, and we're over halfway to that business goal that I had in mind. Well over halfway, so yeah. So I've got a thank you video in the works that I'm planning on producing. It's nothing crazy, just basically saying, hey, thank you guys. You are supporting us more than ever before. Thank you very much. It's appreciated, and because of it, we're going to be able to do things that we couldn't do before. And those things are actually they're getting into the pipeline now, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Dave, could you explain to Mammo? He says he played the PS1 Cobalt game a lot, and he liked it.
Oh, cool.
And I said we have a demo soon. He didn't know what that was. Can you explain Yark Adventures and all that to everybody?
Yeah, so was Yark playing, I'm assuming Yark Survivors? Otherwise it might have been... Yeah. So we are, one of the games that we're developing, well, we're not developing it, we're publishing it. But one of the games we're publishing is Yark Adventures. And that is sort of like a PS1 love letter stealth adventure game. You're a little kobold who owes a lot of money to a dragon. And so to pay back your debt and pay off your taxes and stuff, you have to run around and you've got to steal some treasure from some castles. So it's a little game where you're a thieving kobold. And Lop, the developer, he's been working on it for a while now. Actually, we almost have the new updated demo and tutorial level ready to launch to the backers of that campaign. So if you back the campaign, keep your ears open because we're going to be announcing some stuff for you pretty soon. But in the midst of making Yark Adventures, Lop thought he would do an April Fool's joke and make Yark Survivors, kind of like in the style of one of those Vampire Survivor games. And that actually got popular enough that he was like, okay, people are taking this April Fool's Day joke seriously. Well then. And so he went ahead and he actually produced Yark Survivors as a fun little survivor style game. So Yark Survivors, Yeah, good practice. It's also the first game that we have launched on Steam. So Yark Survivors is available on Steam for a couple of bucks. It's a multiplayer, so if you're in the Dream Court and you want to play Yark Survivors, you might be able to scare up some people to play with you. But it was just sort of like a fun sidetrack, and the main attraction, Yark Adventures, the sneaky stealth game, that is going to be single player, and it is coming pretty soon to a new demo. I think there was an old school demo that he had when we ran the campaign, but he's been doing like a ton of work getting the whole game up to speed, and so this new demo is going to kind of showcase that. I believe for now it's only going to be available to people who backed the campaign, though. And then, but you know, as we go forward, I think that we're going to start working towards like a publicly launched demo as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yark is so cute, though. I love Riri's design. She's got like a classic, iconic sort of video game character design, in my opinion. In fact, just yesterday, that's what I was doing most of yesterday, was putting together the Steam store page assets for the backer demo launch. Yeah, poor Mace is really getting the 10th degree here. The game reminds me of Medieval on the PS1 a lot. Oh, nice.
I don't know what that is, but I think that's a compliment.
Yeah, if it's pressing any kind of nostalgia buttons, I view that as a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of the sensation I got when I was helping playtest out the new demo drop the other day. Was I sort of had, and I gave this feedback to Lob, I sort of had the sensation that like it really felt like I was getting taken back to that era of gaming. You know, PS1, maybe PS2 era of gaming. It was hitting all the nostalgia notes for that, but it also was like, because I imagine most games, if you're like, oh, I remember how good like this game was, I'm gonna go play that again. And I think most games, if you kind of go back, turn back the clock and play that game again, you're gonna realize, oh man, this maybe those nostalgia glasses were colored a little bit because this isn't quite as slick as I remember, you know. But Yark Adventures, I think Yark Adventures really hits the sweet spot where it has all of that like beautiful nostalgia vibe, but then you go to play it and it fully lives up to the expectations that you have. So it's like the graphics aren't, you know, it's not like strictly like, oh, we cannot use this many bits because PlayStation 1 only used this, you know, it's not strictly technically adhering to anything like that. But the advantage then is you can get the feel of a PlayStation 1 game, except it looks just a little nicer, a little cozier, the lighting is a little more atmospheric, you know, that sort of thing. So it's like if you could take a PlayStation 1 era stealth adventure game, but then make it just a little bit extra polish. The sound design too, like I know that they worked really hard on the sound design, getting like lots of music cues in there and little treasure sounds when you pick things up, and it sounds really. I think people are gonna love it. This game is coming out just great. Something that I would definitely be, from what I've seen so far, absolutely proud to call it Vivid Publishing or Vivid Interactive's first major video game launch.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Mamo has found the different AI bots about DK characters are fun reading their hallucinations. But the most popular character to hallucinate is one called Brez.
Brez.
Tell me about Brez, Dave. Who's Brez?
Brez is a watermelon.
Brez is like Mace's secret twin brother. No, sister. Brez sounds like a girl's name. It's like Mace's twin sister.
Brez? I don't know, it sounds like sort of like the president, but if the president was also a total bro. Like, hey, Brez, Gonna pass some new laws.
And Nightfall. Ooh, I don't know where this is coming from. I think AI is writing your fanfic, honey.
Yeah, I let people write fanfics. I guess AI can write some fanfics. I'm not gonna kick open the doors of OpenAI and be like, you have to stop having fun.
Now I want to see their OC, the AI Grok OC.
That would actually be really fun. Would be try to like ask Grok, hey Grok, try to make it so that you're not like feeding them like decisions like, hey Grok, if you were a fox, what, just be like, hey Grok, if you were an animal, what one would you be? It's like, oh yeah, we're building an OC for you. So like, what do you think your animal would do? What would you like your animal to be named? And then see if you could actually get Grok to make themselves an OC. That'd be funny. Because yeah,
I think a lot of furries would get upset.
A lot of furries would get upset.
Because it's AI.
Did you say a lot of furries would get a pet or get upset?
Upset.
Oh. Well, nothing.
You know how
nothing's gonna prevent that.
Oh, I know. No, I'm just saying. You draw somebody they don't like as a snow leopard, and wow, they get really mad.
Yeah, well, I think certain furries are going to be upset, and that's just who they are. And then they will be forever searching for some kind of excuse that they
Validation.
Yeah, where they're like, no, I'm not some kind of a furious, angry lunatic. Far from it. I am angry. Not that I'm angry. Not that I am an angry person.
I am justified.
But I am angry because. And they will find a because. Just you wait. They'll find a because, and it's totally not that they're an unhinged lunatic. It's because someone else is bad, actually. So that's just human nature. It's not going to change.
Nope. It says the Brez is real, Dave. Now you got to do it.
Well, I've been brezed.
It sounds like a Sonic character name.
It's a good thing to keep in mind, though. Like if you're doing research for something using AI, or even like looking up like health info for yourself or whatever, check the references, because it does hallucinate a little bit. It's not totally sane. It really is, like, if you think about the way LLMs work, it's just kind of compiling a bunch of information. And then sort of like using an algorithm to extrapolate what it thinks would be the right way to combine it. So it can be a really, especially for looking up stuff, it's been really helpful looking up stuff on like software things, especially like website things. It's made headaches go away so much faster because you don't have to look up in Google for like 37 billion hours and dive through like decade-old forum posts and stuff. But just bear in mind, if it's anything that's actually important, do double check those references and make sure it's not just making stuff up.
Ooh, it's giving dead links to the character on Wiki, so I think it's trolling him.
It's using dead links as references? Come on. Come on, GPT. Come on, Grok. I like the fact that Grok has a name where you can actually call it by name. Come on, Grok. Like being, come on, Chat GPT. That's not really a name. They need a name.
It sounds like a caveman, Grok. I don't know about this. This is kind of dumb. I think Walmart has an AI called Sparky for some reason.
Walmart AI? That's great. That's what that's what the public was clamoring for.
Well, I mean, it is telling me to buy things, which is really what they're for.
Do you need an AI for that? You could just have like a voice on loop. Be like, hey, I'm logging into the Walmart app. Buy.
Hey, I didn't click this, but it was like, yeah, I saw what you bought last week. Let's put it in your cart. And I'm like, nope. No.
I still know what you bought last summer.
I have AI trained on the MSI site to help the customer choose PC parts. Yeah, we had I'm not gonna say which service I was using. I was trying to get customer service on an appliance, and it went right to AI, which isn't bad. And if you're having like problems getting something to work, like asking it for help with something is better than waiting to connect to somebody.
Well, I mean, if they actually get customer service that works better than humans, which you'd think like, oh no, humans are going to be way better at doing stuff. Humans could be way better at doing stuff, but in practice, anyone that's ever tried to, like, for example, get a health insurance claim taken care of when they got their paperwork wrong and you have to correct them, you will understand.
Misspelling.
Or anything. Like, anything where it's like, oh no, this thing is covered, but you guys actually, like, the people punched in the wrong numbers, so now we have to get it corrected in their system. And should be something where, like, a human with a brain that works there and has the ability to do that should take, like, once you get them on the phone, an hour later, should take like 5 minutes. No big deal. But you're not dealing with people that are playing with a full deck. They're just there to, like, burn time. They have a flow chart of, like, things to go through, and if what you are talking to them about doesn't fit on their flow chart, good luck, because they're just not going to be able to, like, you could even tell them exactly what to do, and it's
Hey. And sometimes they hang up on you when they don't like you.
Yeah, sometimes when it's like you're trying to get them to do the thing and you're, like, narrowing down on here's what the solution is and here's how to do it, like, they might just out of the blue be like, click, like, oh, okay, cool. So especially, like, trying to fix claims on shipments and things like that, there's all kinds of stuff. So I've had so much experience with quote unquote humans in customer service that at this point I'm like, you know what? I feel like a machine could probably do much better at handling most of these customer service issues than people have. So I'm glad for AI if it makes customer service actually functional again, because right now it's been outsourced to the point where it's just not.
I like using it to get around paywalls of information. It tells me there's a sneaky way to do it. It does it for me. Because it's out there.
Paywalls of information? Like, what's the paywalled information that you can get access to?
Court documents.
I still think it's weird that court documents at all, it's like, aren't these supposed to be public records? Why do people have to pay to access them? It's a little silly.
Well, that's the thing, is you often don't, but all these websites set it up so you don't know better. Which is why I use AI to fix it. You normally can. And the nice thing is AI will tell you, it's like, ooh, actually that information is behind the paywall. I'm like, okay, well, if you can't get it, I can't get it. Because I'm not gonna pay to get around a paywall and then find out I still can't get it. Paywalled information, buying 6 spoilers, no. Oh, you wish.
They've gotten around our pay. It's all good until it gets around our paywall. And then.
Yeah, but Mammo, that's why you use an AI. Keep playing, I don't care.
The machine mind will soon know the entire series, and human writing will become obsolete.
If it's not done yet, there's not. Well, just spoiler. Actually, you worked on a page the other day. Blues?
Yeah. Volume 6 is alive and well, moving at a pretty good pace behind the scenes, but I just, some things are getting a little more spoilery, so I have to pick and choose what I stream now.
Yeah, and there's a part I need to go back and add some word balloons to help clear up with the reader what's going on, because I noticed that a little hard to understand. Got 4 minutes to save the world.
Only 4 minutes?
Save the world. There's no explanation for that song.
No, there's really not. Alright, what else do I have on character shading in these scenes? Highlight layer with a little bit of orange on top.
Memo says you can put a black and white sketch on Civet AI and then use image-to-image function on Civet AI for like a really tiny amount of Civet AI currency. Using decay models and a color sketch with 70% accuracy. We've put a black and white image. It was a background into something, trying to get it to color, and it just was not working very well. It took a lot of work, and it's still kind of fudgy. But maybe it's gotten better.
Yeah, I would say like we were messing around. I think this was for the Cherry Rocks fan art. I was like, well, the background for this doesn't need to be super involved. Maybe this is a good thing to experiment with. Let's see if AI can take my drawing for the background, my sketch, and turn that into a thing. I don't know, and I don't think I was being super picky, but it just wasn't, for me at that point in time. I was like, this just isn't good enough. So, and the amount of time that I thought I would have to mess with it, it's like, it wasn't just like, oh, easy, poof, click button, done, background ready to go. It was like, no, I'm gonna have to like really tinker with the settings and get into like the variant, you know, all the little settings stuff that I don't know how to do that well. So I was like, it's actually gonna be faster for me to just draw it and then for Liz to color it. And then the other nice thing about that too was, you know, since obviously we have a lot more experience drawing stuff, is when I have all of the layers in Clip Studio, all the lighting layers, it made it really easy to turn some of the layers on and off in the animation and have like, you know, flashing spotlights and things like that.
I think, Mamo, what you're doing is that because it's a DK model and the LoRa's, it's easy to get it to color at 70% accuracy. But if we just want like some random background like that, we need a little better. And again, 70% accuracy is not good enough. We need 100% accuracy. And the other thing is, like, it looks like when you produce something that's not quite there yet, it's really hard to go in and edit it to make it right.
Yeah, I don't want to be like, we'll never use AI to help like make things go a little bit faster. We hate that sort of thing. But I mean, I feel like if I just keep on doing it the old school way, by the time I procrastinate and maybe actually learn how to accelerate stuff with AI, maybe AI will be like better and more intuitive to use.
You should do your king voice. Not good enough.
Not good enough. But the other thing too is, as we've observed, even with human color assistants, sometimes the amount of time it takes to go through a layer of color flats and spot check everything and correct any issues and change the line colors to like the amount of time it takes to go through and correct inaccurate color blocking, it's about the same amount of time as it would take just to do it like bam yourself, and then there's like no correction involved. And so it's actually most of the time we found it's more efficient for us just to do it ourselves.
That's what happened. You guys were messing around with that cherry back. I just did it. So okay, well, you guys do that. I'll get it done.
Yeah, and I did feel like, you know what, I should, if there's a way for us to get the exact same result, but just do it faster. I like to draw. I'm not too intuitively, intrinsically thrilled with the idea of AI taking a part of the process. But if it's just fan art or something, you know, I should probably, at least if I'm not going to use these tools, it shouldn't be due to my own incompetence and laziness. It should be due to the fact that it's a choice. So I should at least like get a handle on like, okay, what can these kind of do right now? What is easily accessible to learn? And so I feel like I'm glad we experimented a little bit with that cherry background, but round one, and it still turned into like, well, we're gonna do it ourselves.
You're over time.
I am over time, and this thing is so close to being done, but I think I know how it gets sometimes with the details. I think it'll just take me 5 minutes, but then it winds up taking quite a bit longer. And I think I've got to brew some more coffee and maybe do some other stuff before we lose the daylight.
Go so fast. You gotta trim the Christmas tree. Is that right now or tonight?
I don't know. Let's talk about it after the stream. Christmas tree might happen. Yeah, you need to get a lunch. Anyways, everyone, thank you for hanging out with us while we get another Prelude colored up and in the pipeline. Again, there's going to be a new Prelude posting this Saturday, the 13th. So we're going to post a new one publicly everywhere. So if you are a free person, you can go to our website and read it. You might notice it on social media. You might not. The algorithm kind of decides what you see. Oh, Airlast, thank you for all the links. So our site is there. The itch.io for the Yark game is there. Yark Survivor's Steam page. The Vivid After Dark store if you're an adult. And the newsletter if you want to make sure that you get all of the updates on stuff. So yeah, new Prelude coming this Saturday. And if you are a backer, then you're getting a new Prelude because the backers get them a little bit early because they are fancy. And anyways, I think that's it. So you guys have a good rest of the week. If we don't stream before, we will be streaming on Friday, and that should be fun. So be good. Stream ends in 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1.